talked to Miss Baker. I'm going to call Daisy tomorrow and invite her over to tea.
It's okay. I wouldn't want to trouble you.
What day suits you?
What day suits you? I really don't want to give you any trouble.
How about the day after tomorrow?
I want to get the grass cut. Another small thing. You don't make very much money, do you, old sport?
Not too much.
Well, I carry on a side business, and I thought if you don't make very much... You're selling bonds, aren't you, old sport?
Trying to.
Well, this would interest you. It wouldn't take up much of your time, and you might make some good money. It's sort of a confidential thing.
Well, I don't know. My hands are kind of full. I don't think I could take on much more work.
Well, all right. Is everything all right?
The grass, it looks fine.
What grass? Oh, the grass in the yard. It looks nice. One of the papers predicted the rain would stop at 4. Do you have everything for tea?
Will this do?
Yes, they're great. Old sport. Nobody's coming to tea. It's too late.
Relax, it's not even 4 yet.
So this is where you live. Are you in love with me, or why did I have to come alone?
That's the old secret of Castle Rockman. Well, that's funny.
What's funny? My, am I awfully glad to see you.
We've met before.
We haven't seen each other for many years.
5 years in November.
Well, how about some tea?
Oh, God.
What's the matter?
This was just a terrible mistake.
You're just embarrassed, and so is she.
She is?
As much as you.
Don't talk so loud.
You're just a child, and also really rude. She's in there all by herself.
Hello, old sport.
It stopped raining.
Has it? What do you think of that, Daisy?
I'm glad, Jay.
I would like the both of you to come to my house. I want to show Daisy around.
You sure you'd like me to come?
Absolutely, old sport.
I have to go touch up.
My house looks well, doesn't it? See the way the whole front of it just catches the light? It took me only 3 years to earn the money to buy it.
But I thought you inherited your money.
Well, I did. Some of it, but I lost most of it during the panic. The panic of the big war.
What business were you in?
That's my affair. I mean, I was in several things. Drugs, oil, neither now.
That huge house there?
Do you like it?
I love it, but I don't see how you live there all alone.
I keep it filled with people night and day. It's the funniest thing, old sport. I can't... Every time I try to... I've got a man in England who buys me clothes. He sends over a selection of things at the beginning of each season, spring and fall.
Such beautiful shirts. It makes me sad because I've never seen such beautiful shirts.
If it wasn't for the mist, we could see your home across the bay. You always have a green light burning at the end of the dock.
Look at that. I'd like to put you in one of those pink clouds and push you around.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
Oh no, old sport, stay.
Alright.
I know what we'll do. I'll get Clipspringer to play us some music.
Did we interrupt you?
I'd been asleep. That is, I'd been asleep.
Clipspringer plays the trumpet, don't you, you old sport?
I do, but I'm all out of practice.
We'll go ahead.
See, I'm all out of practice.
Don't talk so much, old sport. Play.
I think I'm gonna go now.
We chose to reenact Chapter 5 because we thought it was one of the most important chapters in which Gatsby and Daisy met. And they were like the couple of the story, and that's what the story revolved around.
So, Brandon,
And
she said why she wanted to choose Chapter 5. Why do you believe that Chapter 5 was important to Great Gatsby as a whole?
I also agree with Haley. It was important because that's when Daisy and Gatsby first meet in the book. And yeah.
Okay, so Jacob was unable to be here because he was at his band banquet, but we did make sure to Facebook him and get his opinions on some of the stuff. And one of his opinions that I thought was like really essential was that, as you noticed in the video, we had him playing the trumpet instead of playing the piano, because it's not really the instrument that was important, but it was the mood that was set by Klipspringer playing music that was what was important. So that's like one of the things that Jacob said that I thought was neat. Okay. So, as for picking the outfits for the movie, we had Daisy, who I played, dressed in something floral because that was her attitude. She had a very light and airy, flirtatious attitude, so we thought that floral would match that. And then Gatsby, who John played, was dressed the nicest because throughout the story, Gatsby always did everything big and was always the fanciest.
And for my character, Nick, since he wasn't exactly the most richest character, we thought something basic but not too shabby would be ideal for him to wear. So that's how we chose that.
What kind of thinking went into choosing the setting for where you shot Chapter 5?
For the tea room, we thought that my living room was a no-brainer because my house is a very antique setting. As you can see, as we're drinking tea, and as Gatsby and Nick were arguing in the kitchen. As for the setting in Gatsby's room, I did not have a room in my house that was adequate for that, so we did that at Brandon's house, and he had a nice dresser to throw things out of. In the large room, that was like Gatsby's room.
Oh, I do
reason.
have a large house. It wasn't large enough, I guess, to reenact Gatsby's. Okay.
Okay, so
I need to reword that.
Okay, so though Brandon had a large house, there was nowhere that would, with a teenager's budget, that we would be able to reenact walking through Gatsby's house because it's such an elegant house that like anything we would possibly try to reenact would be not even close to what Fitzgerald meant. And Apollo, what is your opinion of Chapter 5? We made sure that, because in Chapter 5 Gatsby mentioned the green light a few times, and we made sure that our character who played Gatsby also mentioned the green light because the green light was like a symbol of hope, and him being with Daisy and seeing the green light made him think that he was close to achieving his dreams of being with Daisy. So his hope was like very realistic and close to him.
Is everything alright?
What?
That was my It falls mainly in the plants.